Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Beginner Friendly Germany in Harsh Round 3. And in previous episode we did manage to annex Czechoslovakia, and now Poland is in the Allies, so we need to be... Oh, well, as soon as we start fighting them, the World War is basically gonna start. But let's unpause. So first things first, we're gonna go on speed 4 a little bit here while I explain a few things. So I've actually recorded this next set of episodes already once. Oh, France is mobilizing. But I had a bit of a accident into recording, so I didn't actually record the video or the game itself. Audio, yes, and my audio as well. But so I'm doing this again. So if I forget to explain something that I've explained in the previous one, I'm sorry about that. But of course, I suppose you won't be knowing what I've explained and what I haven't explained. Anyway, I've set up a new army group over here for the west. And then in the east, we've set up the tank corps over there to go where it's supposed to go. We got the marine over here, which are ready to attack into Denmark as soon as we want to. I'm probably going to wait until we actually declare on Poland, though. Then we got the planes already. I did set up some more airfields to be built over here, because I realized that in my... well, I suppose the previous try. Or the episodes that never aired, that... we're going to need this airfield to be a bit higher, because the range is going to be really crucial when we start attacking into France. And we got some light tank tech there, so we'll get that one underway, or rather cancel that one now. And actually, let's go ahead and put in some techs in here. I know that the fighter stuff is something that we want to get as soon as possible, or at least get to be researched relatively soon. Then we can get the security units and engineer stuff. Definitely those. Then... submarines are 1940, so we can't really get those. Anti-aircraft ammunition, so that's in armor. Yeah, we can cancel that one now. So we got a few things at least in the research queue. I think we can go on speed 5 now. Oh, Australia is in the Allies. We should be almost done with the descent. Right, so that's a few more techs, and we got the tank tech there. We can get the self-prepared artillery brigade, and then we can cancel these two. Once we're done with the descent, we're going to put in a lot into upgrades, I think. Or at least a decent bit into upgrades. We could get the rocket artillery, but right now the rocket artillery's problem is that it does a lot of damage. Like, it's really effective in that regard. But at the same time, it takes a lot of supplies, and especially in the eastern front for Germany, it may not be that great. On the western front, you'll have plenty of supplies though, if the Allies manage to do a landing and that sort of stuff. So it can be a very useful weapon. But it is a bit situational, like in low supply areas like North Africa and Eastern Front basically, you don't necessarily want to be using them. Not too much anyway. Unless you can keep your supply lines leveled up enough. Right, so we've got about 149 points in production. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put in another core of tanks. So we're going to get one of the medium tanks here. I think we're going to put in motorized AA there. And I got another one with engineers. And then we're going to have a motorized with tank destroyer. And a motorized with probably motorized AA actually. No, actually, armored car. And then the last one we're going to build once we get the heavy tank. So we'll have one heavy tank division there as well. Which is going to be quite strong. So that's going to be our third Panzer Corps. Oh, agriculture advances, good. So let's actually go into the industry here, so we can cancel that one. I'm going to put in the combat medicine and first aid in there, because those are also very useful techs, and the heavy AA guns. We got quite a bit of research underway though, so we do need to be slightly careful with that. We can actually reduce the diplomacy a little bit over here. We don't really need a lot of extra points right now. We're doing the influencing of... oh, War of the Worlds. The world is not coming to an end. And we're still... well, okay, now we're actually losing a little bit of money. Oh. And damage falls at the Sudeten line of defense. We can dismantle those, so there's still going to be some fortifications there, it's just not going to be quite as good. And we got the naval bombers completed now. So, okay, we got quite a bit of production underway right now. We're going to get some more close air support. Armored car advance, okay, so that's in armor, we can cancel that one. And yeah, this one, I suppose, we'll put it in Breslau for the time being. We'll probably shift that around later. But right now, that should be fine. We're going to get the next set of these planes in April. So that means that we will have them before the war, because we will be starting the war at 1st of May. 1939, so that gives us the entire summer time to basically take care of the continental Europe, more or less. Well, at least like Poland, Denmark, the Benelux and France. And for the Poland, we are going to take the Molotov-Ribbentrop just so that you can kind of see what happens when you take that. Oh, and rocket engine, we'll put that in there. But industrial production is quite good. You get a bit of extra IC from there, and the efficiency is going to then lower the amount of resources that a factory uses. Each factory uses, or each point of IC that you have without the efficiency, uses 2 points of energy, 1 of metals, and half a point of rare materials to function. If you don't have those, then your industry will not work quite as much. Or basically, if you don't have any resources, then your industry will cease to work. Or, I mean, you'll always have a little bit of income, so you will have at least some IC. Another thing that is going to limit your IC, of course, is if your descent goes up. That's going to have a direct correlation between your IC and all that. So, let's say you have 5 descent. That means that you'll have 5% less industrial capacity. So it can be really bad, so you always want to keep that in check. Supply production advance, good. So, hold on a minute, that's right there. We're already at December. I believe we should be getting some more divisions soon. Oh, and we started building, yeah, we did start building this one, so that's giving us a little bit more airbase there. It's also going to give us a bit more construction practical. It's not going to be a massive boost, but it is going to be a boost nonetheless. And it's going to get a second level around the same time as the industrial capacity is completed. Okay, so we got a division here. I think what we're going to start doing is we're going to start placing these down here. So you are going to be part of Durin, or the 9th Army Corps. And we've got the multi-role fighters unlocked. And we're going to put one in there. And then another one in Dusseldorf. Actually, no, we'll just place you there for this particular corps. So that we'll have a bit of troops on the western flank here. And it's already 2nd of January, so we can actually do a few things here. We can claim Memel, which is going to reduce our neutrality a little bit. We'll also lose some dissent. Then we can do the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which we will do. Although, actually, we might want to wait with this one a little bit. Because it's going to lower the UK and France neutrality. I'm not entirely sure how high their neutralities are. I mean, I suppose we can check that. The neutrality is 44, so it might already be low enough for them to have the better... Actually, let's have a look at the laws then. So, war economy... It doesn't say what it needs. Neutrality is below 60... Okay, so they should be at least... Ooh, right, yeah, they should be having... At least the full mobilization, maybe even the war economy, because of all the things that we've done. Alright, but we can now invite Italy into Axis at least, so let's do that, shall we? Because that is gonna then give us a strategic modifier, which we'll have a look at in a few moments. There we go. So, Pack of Steel. 5% extra supplies and 5% research efficiency, which is quite nice. We got the decryption machine, so we can cancel that one now. We'll probably have to put that in at some point again. Right, so let's actually have a look. Is there anything over here that we desperately need? The mechanized offensive is going to be quite handy, so we will put that in. And then over here, well, not that many things actually that we really need. I mean, the fighters are things that we're going to get. Oh, right, the plane stuff over here, of course. The large bomb. We don't necessarily need these two. We don't have strategic bombers. Probably won't be making them a lot either. We will increase the cargo hold, though. And then in the air stuff here, oh right, we haven't unlocked the airborne yet. We will get those two underway though. So we're doing a lot of research still, and that is going to hinder us a little bit. Heavy tank brigade, there we go, so we can now put in the heavy tank division underway, so we'll put that. Now this is not actually going to be particularly quick units. I actually wonder, no, I'm not going to put cavalry in there. It just doesn't have the good stats, all that great stats. I mean, it's... Well, the piercing attack is a lot lower. Of course, we haven't kept the troop qualities quite up to date there. So it has 8 armor, it has 8 piercing attack, so it's going to be fairly decent. What are we going to put in there in addition? We could get the... Well, the tank destroyer has piercing attack of 8, so we don't necessarily need to have that. I'm going to put in engineers. Well, either engineers or motorized AA, because the AA would be quite useful, because this is going to be something that is going to attract bombers like hell, I think. But engineer for the faster crossing of rivers is actually going to be quite good. Oh, the amphibious attack is still going to be minus 115. Okay, a river attack. Hold on a minute. Yeah, no, river attack is still pretty bad. But it's probably slightly better at least this way. So now we got the entire 3rd Panzer Corps underway. So let's actually have a look at the... What about France? What is your... Oh, your neutrality is only 18. So basically... no, I don't think it really matters if we do the Ribbentrop Pact now then. I mean, it's going to reduce our neutrality. And we get some cores from that, which is going to mean that these areas where we have cores, if we actually have a look at the diplomatic map mode, we can see that we got cores over there, we got also a little bit cores over there. And that's actually about it. But yeah, in the core provinces we are unlikely to see any rebels. Also, we got quite a bit of extra consumer goods now, so we'll reduce that to about 60. We've got 30 IC, almost 32, well, 31 IC, let's just put it that way, in upgrades, so that means that we should be able to get quite a large chunk of our upgrades done beforehand. Now, once we reach something like April, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mobilize, and I'm going to start reinforcing the troops. We're at decent speed. Oh, Rommel is down here. Okay, yep. You are going to be part of the 6th Army Corps right now. We'll eventually give you a proper division, I think. Then over here, we're going to have one on that one, so that's going to be part of the Düsseldorf, or the Corps in Düsseldorf. We can still have another division into that Corps. I'm not entirely sure where exactly I'm going to assign it. Like, it could be another one there, or it could be one over here somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I don't plan on attacking the Benelux quite yet. Well, I mean, not until the Poland has fallen and we get the tanks over here. Of course, what we're going to do with the tanks is actually we're going to push through Luxembourg and Ireland, and they got like a Dinan, Sedan, Bastion, and then start pushing towards Paris. Because we have been lowering the French unity so much, they're down to 30.8, which is quite terrible in all things considered. So if we can just take about 30% of their, or 31% of their victory points, and they have about 120 if I remember correctly, and Paris is worth 30 points. So Paris is about 25% of their victory points. So if we take Paris and a few more other things like Reims, Sedan, Troyes, and maybe Lille and Dunkirk and Calais and that sort of stuff, we will capitulate France, and the sooner we do that the better. Because that means that then we'll have this area here, we'll get the airfields to our use, and we can start taking the air war into Britain instead of them fighting us here. Which, or in the air, or in the skies anyway. So that is going to be quite useful for us, and Nationalist China is aligning to all axis, which is a bit, well, surprising to say the least. We got some more industrial capacity. We're going to put one in Prague, we're going to put one in Breslau, another one in Königsberg, which does make it to 10 IC, I believe, and one in Stettin. So that's 8, that's 10, that's 10, and that's not all that many. But that's going to increase the amount of capacity that we'll have before the war. And not necessarily that massively, but it does improve it. That should be alright. Oh, nuclear physics research advance. Oh, right, is that that's the theoretical. Right, we'll probably keep that one in there. Once we get the rocket stuff, we'll probably cancel that. Yeah, that's in March. So about 3 weeks away. Oil refining. Oh, refining. Right, so we can cancel that one now. That's quite a bit ahead of time. I'm gonna put in the mechanical computing machine there already, because that's gonna... Oh, and the radar. Actually, the radar I'm gonna put right onto the top, because that's gonna unlock some new things, and that's gonna unlock the radar building, which is gonna be quite handy. So as soon as we reach about... Oh, there we go, we got the rocket scientist, so we are gonna reduce that, or cancel that one. Did we put in the... Yeah, we did put in the rocket engine already. And in the infantry over here, we are getting the airborne, but that may take quite a while still. So I don't think we'll get those in for attack into West or Western Europe. I mean, they will be ready probably for attack into UK, which is going to be quite tricky thing to pull off, but it can be done. It's just first you need to take out France, so you'll have a staging ground. Oh, it's already April. Okay, let's mobilize. And let's go ahead and put in quite a bit into reinforcements. Put in like 10 IC there, that's probably going to be enough for the time being. So how much do we need? We need 100... Oh wow, yeah, we need a lot of manpower in there, but it's going in rather quickly, and we've got the education upgrade, which is quite handy. We can now cancel that one. Actually, no, we've still got quite a bit of time here in the episode by the looks of it, so that's good. Right, so we've got another set of close air support. We'll put those in. We'll have this division... Put it into Düsseldorf for the time being. Can be kind of a reserve unit there. And I believe we got most of these now fully armed. It kind of feels like it. I mean, we're gonna, if we have a look at this... Hold on a minute. So that's full, that's full, that's full. Yeah, no, I think these are full. All of them. Right, but then the... I believe, yeah, this one's going to need another 2, which are going to then be used to garrison some ports in Denmark once we capture Denmark. Oh, and that's another 2. Well, that's 2 divisions that we're just asking for. Hamburg and Hamburg. And then these can... Well, actually, what we can do is we can send these up north already. Because they'll be going to those places any case. We do have quite a bit of extra in oh, actually a lot of extra in reinforcements now. Well, that's nice. Once we reach something like 25th of April, we're going to start slowing down a little bit. Also, we've got a lot of extra reinforcements again. So we basically reinforce our entire army, so that's kind of what happens when you mobilize. You need to reinforce the troops a little bit. Oh, okay, got stuck there for some reason. So I'm going to increase that to about 0.75. For the time being, once we reach the war, it's going to have to go up a little bit. Right, so we've got a tank division here. What we're going to do over here is, this is going to be the 3rd Panzer Corps. Just going to assign this under OB West. Once we get the tanks from the Poland in here, then this is going to be assigned under that one. But that is going to be good for taking out the Netherlands for sure. And the other one is going to be done in May. So, after we've taken Poland, basically. Because I don't think the attack in Poland is going to last particularly long. At least in my experiences. With a somewhat competent player in Germany, Poland will fall rather quickly. Because they just don't have the troops to guard all the borders. Oh, right, I forgot something. I should have built more troops here. Oh, well. Surely they'd be fine. Maybe they won't. Okay. How about we send this one in? I was supposed to have a corps of infantry in here, but I forgot to put them in there. So I focused a bit too much on the western front then. Oh well. Actually, you know what? Let's take this entire corps and send them down to there. We're actually passing through Hungary right now. Also, no, we've got plenty of points there. So soon the war shall start. I actually wonder if we'll have enough time. I don't think we'll have enough time to take out Poland. Well, it is usually fairly quick to do. It's not quite that quick. Oh, there we go. 1st of May. And now we're going to do Danziger War, Last Chance of Peace. And war it is. Okay. So now I'm going to have to switch some laws here. So we'll go serve by requirement. That means more manpower for us. Then we'll switch to total economic mobilization, which means a lot more industry for us. And then we're going to go with the heavy industry emphasis, because that is going to increase the IC efficiency of production, which means that we need a bit less IC and less time to produce things, which is really important. And I think that's all the laws. Yeah, that's all the laws. We can initiate Blitzkrieg if you want. That's going to give us a lot of manpower, and oh, that's actually up until February. Sure, I'll take that. We'll reduce our neutrality even further. Okay, so we've got all that set up, and now we need to do a bit more work down here. Just going to increase the reinforcements to 2 IC, because I know that we're going to need quite a bit of that. Then we're going to reduce the consumer goods quite significantly. So put that all the way down. Okay, not quite that far down. That'll do. Right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a cruiser. Just so that we can get some cruiser practical up again. And then we are going to get some more interceptors, actually. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have 4 parallel and 2 serial, so we'll get a total of 8 fighters. It's going to be relatively costly, but at the same time that's going to give us a lot of capability of defending our industry, which we will need. We will need that. Right, so what you're going to start doing is we're going to give some air orders here. I usually use the circular area because it gives me a fair bit of control. Then there's the stance, it goes from aggressive, defensive and passive. So aggressive basically means that they ignore any losses, whether that is organization or strength. And then defensive means that they will stop if they go below 50% organization or strength. And passive is if they go below like 66% or something like that. So like below 2/3. So I usually go with defensive. For this one it's going to be just air intercept day and night. We're going to have radius. So if you have the circle area, you just first click on the place that you start. Or that's basically what gives you this selection here. And then you just right click on the province that you want to have kind of as the radius from there. And then anything else that is within that radius is all going to be selected. So that gives you a lot of control on the area that you are patrolling. So that's what we're going to do over there, is just air intercept. We don't have any extra fighters over here. We got some over here which we could technically move into Cologne, for example. And do some... well, no, I think we are going to need some fighters down here. So what you are going to do is you're going to have air superiority. Probably dime only and... something like that. It's a bit of a large area, to be fair. Not going to be continuous. You can switch out a lot of the information in here. Like I usually, for Poland here, like 10-day orders are more than plenty. That's technically 9 days, but still, that's probably more than plenty. Then over here, what we're going to do is we got some close air support. We should probably use them to break down some enemies. You know what? Why don't you attack that one? Ground attack. Daily, and for a few days that should be plenty. Then the tactical bombers are actually much more effective towards infantry. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to give the radius or something like that, and they will keep on bombing anything in there. It's just one combat at a time though. One combat at a time, but that will allow them to help in a lot of combats in here. And then we are just about to get troops in here, so the southern border is going to be a bit of a messy one now. Well, I think we can manage. And over here, how about this? So what do we have here? We've got 2 infantry. No, 1 infantry. That's probably going to be attacking there. So you attack that one. We'll send in the tank and that over there. The SS is going to go around the river. At least right now. This motorized is all going to get through that gap. We're going to send in the tank through there. The infantry is going to attack that one. You're going to get over there. You can attack that one with these. The tank is going to take out that one. I'm going to send in the... Well, I suppose I could send in the tank to break out that one so that it's done quickly. These two are going to wait until the battle over there is completed so that they do not take the combat delay. Then this tank is going to drive through there. You're going to get in there. You're going to fight that one. You two are going to attack there. You're going to support attack from there. So if you're wondering how to give the support attack command, control right click and it gives you this order. You can give movement orders. That's basically what you use for strategic redeployment as well. So support attack there. Then the artillery is going to attack that one. AT is going to go there. Artillery attack there. You attack there. A is going to take out the headquarters there. You're going to attack that one. You're going to attack that one. You're going to attack that one. So we're going to give you a lot of orders here. I don't think we are actually going to be unpausing yet here. Just setting up the things for the war. Because we are right about to be out of time. But let's just redeploy some more of these troops. So that they can kind of control the border here. and help a little bit in taking out this. We do need to take Krakow, I think. Oh, actually, yeah, I think we will need to take that. Oh, how much is this unity right now? 69.8, so let's say 70%. And what is the total points? Poland. They got a total of 14 points. So 70% of that is... we're gonna ignore about 4 or 5 points. Well, there's 2 over there, so basically, yeah, I think we do need to take Warsaw, Krakow, Lodz and Danzig. And that is going to make them surrender. But anyway, we are indeed now out of time, so we're going to start the war, or actually, you know, start moving the troops next turn, or next episode. But if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, bye-bye.